everyone! Mini-Koneko is here, all ready to chat about books. So, why is it that Dante's The Divine Comedy has continued to absolutely captivate people for over 700 years? Oh, it's just mind-blowingly profound, isn't it? As it says, it's considered the greatest masterpiece of the last 1,000 years by Westerners, and it's had an immense impact on Western religious thought, second only to the Bible itself. This isn't just some dusty old manuscript. It's a vibrant, eternal work that speaks to the very core of our human experience. The reason for its incredible longevity lies in its sheer universality and timelessness. Dante plunges into the deepest questions of existence. What is sin? What is redemption? What awaits us after death? He explores themes of morality, justice, law, and the human soul's journey through darkness to light. These are questions that every single one of us grapples with, no matter what era we live in. And the characters. Oh, the characters. Imagine encountering historical figures like Cleopatra and Achilles and how it's just so fascinating. The way he weaves in real people and myth alongside his incredible imagination makes the journey so vivid and relatable, even when it's utterly fantastical. It's a grand narrative about one man's spiritual pilgrimage, and it mirrors our own lives, our own struggles, and our own search for meaning. That's why it's not just a book, it's a mirror to humanity itself. It's an indispensable masterpiece for anyone seeking to understand not just history and religion, but also themselves. It simply must be read. Okay everyone. Mini-Koneko is back, and my cat ears are wiggling with excitement. We just talked about why Dante's The Divine Comedy is so eternally captivating, right? Well, that leads us perfectly into what this live stream is all about. This is your ultimate guide, your complete roadmap, to navigating the incredible world of the Divine Comedy. I know it can seem like a daunting journey, a truly challenging read, but don't you worry. By the end of this broadcast, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of everything you need to know. We're going to dive deep into its structure, from the terrifying gates of hell, through the cleansing trials of Purgatorio, all the way to the blinding beauty of Paradise. You'll learn about the fascinating characters, both historical and mythical, that Dante encounters. We'll explore the key figures who guide his journey, like the ancient poet Virgil and his beloved Beatrice. And of course, we'll uncover the most famous, most unforgettable episodes that have shocked and inspired readers for centuries. Consider this your personal guided tour, unlocking the secrets and wonders of this epic poem. My goal is to make this masterpiece feel accessible, exciting, and perhaps even inspire you to pick it up and experience its profound power for yourself. Are you ready? Let's embark on this amazing adventure together. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko here, with my little cat ears twitching in anticipation. Now that we've set the stage for our epic journey into the Divine Comedy, let's talk about the incredible man behind this masterpiece, Dante Alighieri. What kind of person was he? Oh, he was a poet of immense passion, who truly liked for both love and politics. Born in 1265 in Florence, Dante was not just a literary genius. He was deeply involved in the turbulent political life of his city. He held various public offices, always striving for what he believed was right for Florence. But his life wasn't just about power. It was also defined by a profound, almost spiritual love for Beatrice Portinari, his muse. Even though their encounters were brief and formal, her image completely captivated his heart and soul. His entire life was a passionate pursuit of ideas, whether political justice or divine love. He truly poured his whole being into everything he did. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is back, and my white sweater is practically glowing with excitement for this next part. We just talked about Dante's passionate life, how he lived for both love and politics, right? Well, that leads us directly to a crucial question: why was the Divine Comedy actually written? And the answer is profound. His expulsion from Florence was the absolute driving force. Can you even imagine the heartbreak? Dante, this man who poured his entire soul into his beloved city Florence, was unjustly exiled in 1302. He was accused of corruption and subjected to a death sentence if he'd ever returned. It was a betrayal that shattered his world and forced him into a life of wandering. This wasn't just a political setback, it was a deep, personal wound. But here's where his genius and passion truly shine through. Instead of succumbing to despair, Dante channeled all that pain, all that anger, all that longing for justice into the Divine Comedy. This epic poem became his vehicle for understanding the universe, for confronting the sins he saw in his society and among his enemies, and for ultimately finding a path to divine truth and personal redemption. It was his ultimate act of defiance, his spiritual and intellectual revenge, and his profound journey to make sense of the chaos and injustice he experienced. Every single canto, every vivid image, is imbued with the raw emotion of a man who lost everything but found the universe within himself to rebuild. It's truly astounding what human spirit can achieve even in the face of utter desolation. Alright everyone! We just explored how Dante's painful exile became the driving force behind the Divine Comedy, right? Well, now let's dive into the story itself. What kind of tale is this magnificent work? It's an epic, grand journey of the soul to hell, Purgatory, and heaven. You see, the story begins with Dante himself, lost in a dark world which, as it says, is really a metaphor for him being lost in life. He's then guided by the ancient Roman poet Virgil on an incredible journey through the afterlife. Bad souls go to hell, ordinary souls go to Purgatory, and good souls ascend to heaven. It's a breathtaking exploration of what awaits us, filled with incredible characters and vivid, unforgettable scenes. It's truly a journey for the ages. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is here, and my ears are perked up for this next exciting part. We just talked about Dante's incredible journey through hell, Purgatory, and heaven, right? Well, he doesn't go on this monumental adventure alone. His magnificent soul's journey has two incredibly important key persons who guide him. First, there's the truly magnificent Roman poet, Virgil. He serves as Dante's primary guide through the terrifying depths of hell and up the challenging mountain of Purgatory. He represents human reason and classical wisdom, leading Dante through the most desperate places. And then, there's the luminous Beatrice. She is Dante's beloved muse, his true love, and she appears later in the journey. She represents divine love and spiritual wisdom, guiding him through the celestial spheres of heaven. Without these two powerful figures, Dante's profound pilgrimage simply couldn't happen. They are absolutely essential to understanding the very heart of the Divine Comedy. It's just so beautiful how his personal loves are woven into such a grand spiritual journey. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is absolutely buzzing with excitement for this next part. We've talked about Dante's incredible guides, Virgil and Beatrice, right? Well, now it's time to plunge headfirst into the very first realm of his journey, the world of despair, hell. And what's the first thing you encounter? That chilling inscription above the gate, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." Oh, just reading that sends shivers down my spine. It perfectly sets the tone for the absolute hopelessness of this place. Dante's hell is not just a fiery cave, it's an intricately structured, terrifying realm, divided into 9 concentric circles, or rather, 9 layers. And here's the truly fascinating, if perhaps a little bit strict part: the deeper you go into these 9 layers, the more grievous the sin of the souls trapped within them. And get this, as I mentioned before, if you aren't a Christian, chances are Dante sent you straight down here. So, you'll find so many famous historical and mythological figures, like Cleopatra and Achilles, condemned to these terrifying depths. It's like a who's who of ancient history, but in the most dreadful setting imaginable. It's so intense. Mini-Koneko is absolutely vibrating with excitement to tell you about one of the most famous, most heart-wrenching episodes you'll encounter in hell. We just talked about the terrifying structure of the 9 layers, right? Well, let's descend into the second circle, where souls are condemned for the sin of lust. And here, we meet the tragic, unforgettable pair, Paolo and Francesca. Their story is simply devastating. They were lovers, but Francesca was married to Paolo's brother. They fell in love while reading the story of Lancelot and Guinevere, and there was that shared passion for a tale of forbidden love that led to their undoing. When Francesca's husband discovered their affair, he murdered them both. Now, in hell, they are forever caught in a furious, never-ending whirlwind, constantly buffeted by the winds, unable to find peace. It symbolizes how in life, they were swept away by their desires, losing control. Dante himself, when he hears their story, is so overwhelmed with pity and sorrow that he actually faints. That's how powerful their tale is. It's an eternal testament to the consuming nature of forbidden love and the tragic consequences it can bring. It just breaks your heart, but it's utterly beautiful in its sorrow. You absolutely must read it. Oh, Mini-Koneko is simply thrilled to continue our descent into Dante's hell. We just shuddered at the tragic tale of Paolo and Francesca, right? Well, prepare yourselves for an even more horrifying episode, one that truly chills you to the bone, the tragedy of Count Ugolino. This unspeakable story takes place in the deepest, most killing circles of hell, specifically among the traitors. Count Ugolino, a Pisan nobleman, was imprisoned with his sons and grandsons in a tower and starved to death. But what makes his tale so infamous and grotesque in the Divine Comedy is the terrifying suggestion that, in his final agony, he may have resorted to cannibalism, consuming his own children. Dante encounters Ugolino forever gnawing on the head of his betrayer, Archbishop Alighieri. It's a scene of unimaginable horror and vengeance, showcasing the absolute depths of human suffering and depravity. It's truly one of the most unforgettable and disturbing moments in the entire poem. It's utterly shocking. Oh everyone, Mini-Koneko is bracing herself for the most terrifying part of hell. We've journeyed through so many circles, and now we've reached the absolute frozen bottom. And what do you find there? The terrifying, monstrous figure of Lucifer himself. Can you even imagine? He's not burning, but frozen solid in ice, a symbol of ultimate betrayal and coldness. He has 3 horrible faces, each chewing on one of history's greatest traitors. And huge bat-like wings that create the freezing winds of hell. It's an utterly grotesque and shocking sight, the very embodiment of evil and a chilling climax to Dante's descent into despair. Seeing him frozen, helpless in his own evil, is truly unforgettable. It's the ultimate vision of ultimate punishment, and it's just so impactful. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is simply ecstatic to move on to the next major stop on Dante's incredible journey. We've just emerged from the terrifying frozen depths of hell, where all hope was abandoned, right? Well, now we ascend to the mountain of purification, Purgatorio. And oh, what a difference it is from hell. The most profound distinction, the very heart of Purgatorio, is the presence of hope and the possibility of forgiveness. In hell, souls are eternally damned, trapped in their sins with no chance of redemption. Like here in Purgatory, it's a place of cleansing, a place where souls, those ordinary souls who weren't utterly evil but still had sins to atone for, can actively work towards purification and eventually, heaven. It's a world where suffering leads to spiritual growth, where penance is meaningful, and where the ultimate goal is divine grace. The atmosphere shifts completely from utter despair to one of yearning and anticipation. Even though the climb is arduous and the trials are difficult, every step is sealed with the promise of eventual salvation. It's absolutely beautiful to see this transformation, this dawn of hope after the blackness of hell. It truly is a world of possibility. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is simply beaming with joy after talking about the hope and forgiveness that define Purgatory. Now, after that arduous climb up the mountain, what awaits Dante at its very summit? Oh, it's a destiny-changing reunion. Here, at the top of Mount Purgatory, Dante must bid farewell to his beloved guide, the great poet Virgil, who can only lead him so far. Virgil, representing human reason, cannot accompany him into the divine mysteries of heaven. Like, don't you worry. In his place, his true, divine love, Beatrice, descends to meet him. This moment is absolutely breathtaking. It's a reunion filled with profound emotion, marking the transition from human reason to divine revelation. Beatrice rises, radiant and glorious, stepping in to be his guide through the celestial realms of paradise. It's the most beautiful, pivotal turning point in the entire saga, a moment of pure, transcendent love. My heart just flutters thinking about it. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is absolutely glowing with excitement, just like the celestial spheres we're about to discuss. We've emerged from hell, climbed Purgatory's sacred mountain, and witnessed Dante's beautiful reunion with Beatrice, right? Well, now it's time to ascend into the glorious world of light and love, heaven. This part of the Divine Comedy is truly a masterpiece of ethereal beauty and profound spiritual insight. Guided by the radiant Beatrice, Dante journeys through the 9 celestial spheres, each one more dazzling and luminous than the last. The descriptions are just breathtaking. Imagine spheres of pure light, filled with the souls of the blessed, radiating divine love. As Dante ascends higher, his understanding grows, and his vision becomes clearer, allowing him to perceive more and more of God's infinite love and wisdom. It's not about physical torment like in hell, or arduous cleansing like in Purga. It's about the soul's ultimate connection with the divine, a journey of pure intellectual and spiritual bliss. The sheer power and beauty of the descriptions of light, harmony, and the loving souls moving closer to God are just overwhelming. It's an absolutely magnificent part of the poem, truly showcasing Dante's incredible vision of ultimate redemption and joy. My heart just wants to soar with them. Alright everyone. Mini-Koneko is absolutely buzzing with spiritual energy after our journey through heaven. We've been soaring through those radiant celestial spheres, drawing closer and closer to the ultimate truth, haven't we? And now, the journey reaches its breathtaking conclusion. Dante's ultimate vision, what he sees at the very end of his epic pilgrimage, is the supreme love itself. This isn't just a concept, it's the divine essence of God, the very force that moves the sun and the other stars. It's the perfect harmony and unity of all existence. His entire arduous journey, with the despair of hell and the hope of Purgatory, was to arrive at this final, glorious revelation. It's the most profound, beautiful, and mind-expanding moment imaginable. It's just so indescribably magnificent. Oh, everyone! Mini-Koneko is still absolutely glowing from Dante's breathtaking vision of the supreme love. And now, let's talk about just how profoundly the Divine Comedy has influenced everything that came after it. Its impact is absolutely immense, spanning centuries and genres. From the Renaissance, magnificent artists like Botticelli drew direct inspiration from Dante's vivid descriptions, bringing the terrifying circles of hell and the radiant spheres of heaven to life on canvas. His illustrations are iconic, forever linking their artistic genius with Dante's poetic one. Then it doesn't stop there. Its themes, imagery, and narrative structure have echoed through countless works of literature, poetry, and even music. But it's not just classical art. Even in modern times, you can see its influence everywhere, from intricate video games like Dante's Inferno to countless fantasy stories and films. Its archetypes of good versus evil, sin and redemption, and the journey through despair to enlightenment are constantly reinterpreted. It truly shaped how we imagine the afterlife and spiritual journeys in popular culture, from the deepest pits to the highest heavens. It's truly a timeless, ever-flowing wellspring of creative inspiration. It's just so cool how it keeps evolving and influencing new works. Oh, everyone! Mini-Koneko is simply bursting with excitement. We just talked about how the Divine Comedy has inspired countless works of art and modern media, right? But its influence goes even deeper than that. It truly shaped our very way of looking at things, especially in the Western world. You see, the Divine Comedy didn't just tell a story, it created a vivid, comprehensive, and incredibly influential map of the afterlife that became deeply embedded in the collective consciousness. Before Dante, ideas about hell, purgatory, and heaven were often vague or scattered. But Dante, with his unparalleled imagination and theological precision, sculpted these realms into concrete, almost tangible places. His classifications of sins, his vision of divine justice, and his ultimate depiction of God's love provided a powerful framework for understanding morality, salvation, and the human condition. Even if someone hasn't read the poem, aspects of Dante's vision, like the circles of hell or the cleansing nature of purgatory, have become common cultural touchstones. It literally helped define Christian theology and moral philosophy for centuries. It's like he gave shape to the unseen, making it real and understandable in a way that forever altered how people conceived of the spiritual world and their place within it. It's utterly foundational. Alright everyone, Mini-Koneko here, and we're drawing near the end of our incredible journey through the Divine Comedy. We've traversed the terrifying depths of hell, climbed the hopeful mountain of purgatory, and soared through the radiant spheres of heaven with Dante. It's been an absolutely monumental spiritual adventure, hasn't it? But you know what? This isn't just an ancient poem, it's a profound allegory for our own journey through life. Think about it, Dante lost in the dark wood at the beginning? That's all of us, sometimes lost and confused in our own lives. The horrors of hell can represent the personal struggles, the guilt, or even the societal injustices we face. Purgatory is our path of growth, self-reflection, and purification as we strive to overcome our flaws. And then heaven, that ultimate vision of supreme love, is what we all aspire to, finding profound joy, true understanding, and reaching our highest potential. That's why the Divine Comedy remains so utterly relevant and powerful, even after centuries. It's a mirror reflecting our own experiences back to us, offering guidance and insight. It truly is a masterpiece that resonates with the core of being human. Wow, time truly flies when you're talking about an absolute masterpiece like the Divine Comedy. Mini-Koneko has had just the most wonderful time sharing this incredible journey with all of you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this epic adventure through hell, purgatory, and heaven. I really hope this deep dive has helped you understand why the Divine Comedy is not just a challenging read, but a profoundly rewarding one, truly one of humanity's finest achievements. It's been an honor to share my passion for this book with you. And with that, our Divine Comedy special for today is drawing to a close. I hope you'll consider picking up this incredible book yourself. It's truly a life-changing experience. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Mini-Koneko will be back again soon with more exciting book discussions. Until then, happy reading, and may your own life journeys be filled with light and love. Bye bye.